Hello and welcome to Rafflina's American Girl Doll channel. In today's video, I'm going to do a quick video on my 3 cheapest or least expensive dolls in my collection. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and if you've already subscribed, please remember to hit the bell icon, and that way you will get notified when I upload a new video. And I try, at least attempt to, do regular uploads twice per week or more in some cases. So I was inspired to do this video because some people have done their most expensive dolls in their collection, and I thought, it'd be interesting to do the least expensive dolls. I will probably also do a most expensive dolls in the future. And then there's also the difference between like what you paid for your doll and then like what the resale value is. But in this video, I'm going to do those that have like the lowest resale value, not necessarily what I paid for them. In actually all cases, I bought them from American Girl, so I paid regular prices for them at that given point in time. But these dolls do have the lowest resale value in my collection, and I love them all anyway. So I used 3 criteria to kind of make it, I guess, more scientific. One was its kind of popularity, in my opinion, because I'm not, assessing this mathematically or anything, but my opinion of the popularity of the doll. And then also second was its resale value on eBay, Mercari, and other sites. And this fluctuates a lot, so I looked recently. But in general, it's like my view that these dolls tend to not sell for that much. But everything fluctuates, and some dolls are super expensive at certain points in time, and some dolls are more expensive later. So that's just something to always remember. And the other third criteria was the popularity of the doll on the American Girl benefit sale. So every year, once a year, there is a benefit sale, and I've never actually participated in it. I've watched people's YouTube channels who've shown the benefit sale. It's kind of a complicated process of getting the ticket, and there's a competition for the ticket, and then you have to actually go there, I think, and pick up the dolls and stuff. So it's kind of complicated. But anyway, most dolls, there's certain dolls that appear there a lot for sale, and I kind of view them as being less valuable because there's just a lot of extra surplus on them, and they tend to be cheaper on eBay as well, so they're kind of related. So the first one in my collection that I'd say has a low resale value is Isabel, and she's actually Girl of the Year 2014. Show her here in a special edition holiday outfit that I got. I'm going to start preparing my dolls for Christmas. So a couple of them are in holiday outfits in these pictures, but not all of them. And I'm going to link in the opening video for the special edition for these dresses back in, I think it was the 2015 dress, up in the top if you're interested. She generally has a low resale value, so I went on eBay, and you can actually buy her for $100 plus $20 shipping, which would make her about maybe 120. And actually, it says or best offer, and this isn't even a auction. This is just a buy it as she is. It's probably less than what I paid for her in 2014. I believe I paid $110. It is possible I paid $99.99 because at one point American Girl was about $100 and then it went to $110. But I think Isabel was $110. You can also buy her now for $115. And there were a lot of listings of her as well. New in box. This is like new in box. So definitely my worn out one with messed up face is pretty cheap. And the reason that she's also not very popular in the AG community, in my opinion anyway, at the time when she was released, a lot of people were upset. They said she was just another blonde doll. She was just another dancer. And that's largely true. American Girl has been heavily critiqued for having a lot of blonde dancers, and I agree with that opinion to a large extent, but I still got Isabel because I liked her, and I'm going to say a couple of other things I thought were neat about her and made me purchase her back in 2014. One was she's the first doll with colored highlights or hair extensions. These were pink hair extensions that could be taken out and put in. She's the only doll that American Girl has ever released that had these extensions that you could actually put into your hair. They're bright pink, but you could take them out, and then so you could have just a blonde doll, or you could put these hair extensions in. It was a little bit controversial at the time because American Girl did not have any like fantasy hair dolls, and I liked that it wasn't like her whole hair. But she's different from Luciana in that Luciana, you couldn't take her hair extensions out. So some people liked the hair extensions, some people didn't. And so that was also another interesting thing. And the one thing I really liked was she was interested in sewing, and I thought that made her rather unique. The dancing part, definitely no, but the sewing did, and this was just an amazing piece. I never purchased it because it was a big ticket item, and also it requires a decent amount of space. But I thought it was really neat. I liked the sewing machine. I liked the dress form in particular. It was just a neat piece and made her, in my opinion, different. Okay, on to our second doll, Truly Me 41. So Truly Me 41, and I'm just showing her back of her hair. I never actually recurled her hair. I just brushed it, used the brushes American Curl has, and actually it kept a lot of the curl. She's 7 years old and counting, and I actually got her before that dress was made on the left, so that's why her eyes are a little bit better, the better eyes than those eyes in the stock photo. Stock photo's on the left, my doll's on the right. Um, so you can see that she's, after 7 years, she still looks a lot like her stock photo, but she was not very popular in general. And I think that part of this, like, she came out before Truly Me 69, but when Truly Me 69 came out, it almost made 41 redundant. And I'll show you what I mean. Like, Truly Me 41 and Truly Me 69 were essentially the same, except 69 had a more modern, like, hair curl. So 41 had these larger, bouncier curls that American Girl used to make, and then they started to make these like tighter curls. And so 69 had the slightly tighter curls, and 69 also has brown eyes, and 41 has green eyes. But in reality, like in this picture, you can't really tell that she has green eyes because there's, I don't know, she just looked pretty brown in a lot of photos. Like I actually have to try to accentuate her green eyes, like she's a green hair bow, and to put a lot of light on her in order to get the green to show. And I think that just made her not the most popular. However, I did go on eBay and she's $130. This is used, not even new in box. I think she's kind of hard, like especially if you're searching Truly Me 41, which is what I was doing. Probably if you put like black hair, curly hair, doll, you might be able to find a lot of her on eBay for cheaper. But she's not the cheapest doll, which is surprising. So for Truly Me to retain value, I would say she's a decent resale value for a used doll. Um, and I think part of it's because she wasn't that popular. I don't see her very much. Again, comment down below if you disagree and you think like these dolls are super popular. I would say these three dolls that I have in this series are not the most popular and not the most expensive. But if you disagree or you also agree with me, please let me know in the comments. Please remember again to comment and subscribe. So the third doll in this list is Truly Me 74, and he's actually still available on American Girl website. I would say he's rather popular actually. He's one of the first four boy dolls released. I'm not counting Logan, who was a friend with Tenny. I'm talking about the four Truly Me dolls. So in theory, there actually have been five boy dolls released so far. But I think he's just been overproduced in my opinion. And if you go on eBay, now this is one that's bidding, so it may go up a lot. It has 3 days left, but $76. So you can buy some new in box that you might be able to get cheaper for through the bidding process. If you want to get them new, they are a little bit pricier. This is $178. So which is a little bit weird because if you go online on American Girl website, you can still buy them, but it looks like he has a lighter version of the blue eyes than the current one, which is a little bit interesting. But again, these are stock photos, and the dolls don't always look exactly the same as the stock photos. And I will say he's still available on the American Girl website, but you can probably buy a lot of the cheap, like used dolls available. And so I wouldn't say he has a great resale value yet. And I think my other reason for putting him in the list was because, like, you can really make a boy doll fairly easily with a girl doll, and you can cut the hair and such. It's not, the only thing different about him is that his lips are closed, and some people don't like that. Some people think it looks really weird because he's not showing his teeth, and so it's kind of, you either like it or you don't like it. You know, it's one of those things. Anyway, so these are my three dolls. Isabel on the left, Truly Me 74 in the back, and Truly Me 41 all the way on the right. And they're kind of my opinion of what my three least expensive dolls are. And I want to say the value of your dolls is in your heart. No one can truly value your dolls, and every doll should be in your collection for a reason. A lot of collectors, I find, get rid of less expensive dolls and then acquire more expensive dolls over time. And I feel like that's a little bit given into like what society's like pushing you towards, like the most expensive dolls, whereas you should get like the dolls that matter to you, that you like for some particular reason. Maybe they remind you of someone. Maybe they were your best friend growing up. This doll, and like they should have a reason for being in your collection, I guess is what I'm saying. But either way, I've seen a few people on YouTube do these videos. More related to the most expensive dolls, so I thought it'd be interesting to do least expensive. I probably will also do a most expensive dolls in the future. But it's hard because I may have paid more for a doll than she's worth now. So there's like how much I paid for it and then how much she's worth now. So those are kind of like harder because the market fluctuates in dolls, which is funny. And I just want to say that I love all my dolls. I really don't ever get a doll for my collection without like a reason. I like to connect to my dolls in various ways. And I love all my dolls, so even though these are my least expensive dolls, you could easily get one of these three if you wanted, probably for less than $100. So they make kind of bargain or discount AG dolls if you want. They are actually AG dolls, but like you can get some for cheap. Um, and I do love them all. Anyways, so please remember to subscribe, and thanks to everyone who subscribed thus far. Just want to say keep on loving dolls, and I'll see you guys again in the next video. Bye!